There was a time in recent history when cooperative play seemed out of favor with developers. Online multiplayer is an ever-present facet of the games industry, but couch co-op, a mode so prevalent in video gaming's early days, is experiencing a bit of a renaissance. Most of the games on this list feature both local and online multiplayer, and whilst not all are designed specifically with cooperative play in mind, all are worthy of picking up the controller and enjoying with your mates. Split Fiction. From the team which created A Way Out and It Takes Two, co-op specialist Hazelight Studios are set to deliver another boundary-smashing co-op-only experience with Split Fiction, a shared odyssey through colliding sci-fi and fantasy worlds, as authored by our two protagonists, Mio and Zoe. Exploring chaotic, imaginative scenery together, the two novelists discover the value of companionship, forging unique skills and abilities to escape a wide variety of fantastical situations. Monster Hunter Wilds. Fight the forces of nature as you and a squad of 3 fellow hunters team up to track and defeat an array of gigantic beasts in Monster Hunter Wilds. Here in the unbridled Forbidden Lands, environments are shaped by restless storms and changing seasons, challenging every expedition with surprising topographical diversity, unforgiving landscapes which transform drastically. Commandos Origins. Led by the Green Beret, the Sapper, the Sniper, the Spy, the Driver, and the Marine are back, and the stakes are high in Claymore Games Studios' long-awaited return to one of the most celebrated real-time tactics franchises. Exploring the squad's formation, Commandos Origins tasks you and another player, either couch or online, to undertake daring raids, covert sabotage, and skin-of-teeth rescues in a range of audacious missions and pivotal moments in the Allies' eventual victory in World War II. Killing Floor 3. The year is 2091, and an evil megacorporation has unleashed an army of bioengineered monsters. It's down to you, in squads of up to 6 players, to form a resistance capable of brute-forcingly repelling their attempts to eradicate humanity. In Killing Floor 3, you'll be suitably tooled up for the mission with a vast arsenal of traditional firepower, razor-sharp blades, flamethrowers, and exotic weaponry. Think electrifying landmines and limb-ripping force field grenades here. Dying Light the Beast. Run amok in up to 4-player couch co-op through rural Castor Woods in this standalone Dying Light adventure. Set in a once popular tourist destination now overrun by nefarious factions and the undead, you are, presumably, the Beast, inhabiting hero of the first game's virus outbreak Kyle Crane, who's just escaped a decade plus in captivity to reap retribution of those who experimented on him for years. Imbued with zombie DNA is Crane, so whilst Dying Light's iconic parkour is still on the menu, unleashing Kyle's beast-like power, as per the game's subtitle, is said to be as delicious as its main course. Elden Ring Night Rain. This standalone spin-off set within the Elden Ring universe is crafted specifically for a trio of players to venture deep within the grim locale of Limveld together. Tasked with surviving a cycle of 3 days and nights, squads will encounter uniquely skilled and undoubtedly tough as nails opponents during each run, with roguelite elements coming in the form of relics which will be retained following inevitable death. FBC Firebreak. This year presents the opportunity to dive once again into the concrete weirdness of the Federal Bureau of Control's The Oldest House, to team up with 2 other players as Firebreak, the Bureau's most versatile unit, to battle the otherworldly Hiss as they still run amok through the FBC's headquarters. In FBC Firebreak, crews can be combined between friends and strangers with teamwork and a smorgasbord of powerful gear, key to surviving the ramped-up paranormal crises. Subnautica 2. After predecessor Subnautica and sub-temperature spin-off Below Zero were solo play only, it's with a degree of surprise that this open world and open water survival sequel will offer cooperative play with up to 4 intrepid divers. Together, you'll explore a new subaquatic alien world replete with diverse biomes, stuffed with resources to harvest, craft, and build your ideal underwater base. Little Nightmares 3. The nightmare's the same. 2 tiny characters find themselves lost inside a decrepit world unsuitable for their age bracket. However, switching things up for Little Nightmares' 3rd entry is the introduction of cooperative gameplay, either with a mate or AI. Playing as low or alone, each armed with unique gadgetry, players will need to team up to escape nightmarish the Maw with a range of tricky environmental puzzles and horrific monsters standing in their way. WWE 2K25. 2K are on a roll with their wrestling franchise. Following the warm reception of 2K24, WWE 2K25 is promising to be the best WWE game for quite some time, perhaps even rivaling WWE games of the late 90s heyday. A slew of new features worthy of their own feature abound, but in terms of co-op, the game's MyGM online multiplayer mode now includes the ability to jump into a season battle via WWE Draft in tandem with other players, a feature that was missing in previous iterations. Terminator Survivors. Play as a survivor, either solo or cooperatively, in this year's succeeding Judgment Day in Nakon's latest movie tie-in following RoboCop's excellent entry last year. Terminator Survivors is a survival sim in essence. You and your band of fellow survivors will scour scorched lands in search of resources to build bases, but Skynet's machines, including the iconic Terminator, will hunt you at every single turn. As well as fighting for your life, you'll uncover information surrounding other survivors, piecing together knowledge of the vestiges of society. Borderlands 4. Split-screen co-op returns to Borderlands with Borderlands 4, offering 2-player local and online 4-player split-screen. New Vault Hunters, a new world, oodles of imaginative loot, fresh movement mechanics, and a decrease in low-brow comedy gives Borderlands 4 the shot in the arm the series desperately needs following the dreadful movie tie-in and widespread belief the series' infamous toilet humor is out of date. Borderlands 4 could bring a lot of fans back to the series. Reanimal. Tarsier Studios, the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, have something terrifying up their sleeve. Reanimal tasks you and a companion as a brother-sister duo searching for their missing friend amidst a hellish island backdrop. Exploring by boat and on foot, these siblings must work together to endure the tension and atmosphere cloaking their desperate search. Reanimal is possible to complete single player, but like Little Nightmares 3, we're banking on local or online co-op the way to get the most out of this horror experience. 33 Immortals. Boasting a substantial player count for cooperative play, 33 Immortals gives hordes of, 33 players, a massive monsters to defeat, challenging bosses to overcome, and a broad arsenal of weaponry to equip in what developer Thunder Lotus Games describes as a pick-up and raid MMO-like roguelite experience. Turok Origins. The legendary dinosaur brawler Turok is back, and this upcoming iteration gives you a chance to take on herds of ferocious prehistoric monsters, either alone or in teams. The game's intense combat will have you utilizing all at your disposal. This means mastering a raft of melee attacks, special abilities, fine-tuned weaponry, and unlocking DNA powers to evolve